sports betting keeps killing people. Like day in, day out, you hear of someone who committed suicide, you hear of someone who got miserable, someone who became homeless. You just gotta hear like lots and lots of different miserable stories because a lot of people are now into sports betting. And the crazy thing is, every single day, once you open Twitter or Facebook or any of the social media apps right now, there is someone who is quite influential, from the musicians to the comedians, promoting sports betting, and they are making it look like something that gives hope to the youths. And especially when we consider the economic hardship we are experiencing in the country right now, it is really insane because barely would you see any young person out there not playing sports betting anymore. And it's so crazy, actually, like ridiculously crazy. Hey guys, it's Tammy here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how sports betting actually ruined me. And you need to sit down. It's a hot one. So I'm going to be talking about how sports betting ruined me, and if you're addicted, what you need to do to actually quit sports betting. So basically following what I did. So what you need to do to quit sports betting. So let's get right into the video. Don't forget, if you like the video, of course you want to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you find it insightful, don't forget to share it as well. So let's dive right into it. Month after month, we keep hearing of different stories of people who committed suicide. If you look at the story of this trader who committed suicide, or the students who went to commit suicide because he played sports betting with his school fees, and this is a trend that has been happening for the last 5, 6, 7 years. I've seen it happen when I was in the university, even in secondary school, and it has made a lot of people very miserable. And the crazy thing is, people don't know when to stop. And for those who want to stop, there is no way to seek help. And that's why I've decided to make this video, right? So I discovered sports betting when I was in SS2. Actually, it was when I was done with SS1 going into SS2. So I started playing sports betting, and on my first stint playing sports betting, I actually did win money, right? So I won money, and of course, just like every other thing, once you win, you get stuck. So that's how I actually got stuck, and I got addicted. This was as far back as 2013, right? That was like 10 years or even 11 years ago now. So I started playing sports betting frequently, day in, day out. There was no single day I didn't go to the bet shop to place a bet. And it was going like that and like that and like that. And suddenly my life started becoming miserable. I would use my lunch money in school to play bets. Then I would use my transport fare to play bets, and I find myself trekking home or begging people to please drop me off on the road. And you know the crazy thing? My parents didn't even know that I was playing bets. No one knew. I was just keeping it to myself, and it was just myself and a few guys in school that we were playing bets together that knew about this. I started using my phone to play bets when I got a phone. I think that was in 2014, 15, thereabouts. I started using my phone to play bets so I could play bet on the go, and it was really fun. I won some, I lost some, I won some, I lost some, and there was this fateful day. So my mom sent me on an errand to actually go fuel the gas. So you know what the gas is, right? So I took up the gas cylinder and went to the gas station to fill it up. And then on my way, I saw the logo of the bet shop, and I'm like, instead of taking this money to the gas shop, I could double it, fill up the gas, and still have some money. So that's how I decided to stop at the bet shop, and I lost all of the money I was meant to use to fill up the gas. Of course, because I had a good relationship with the person selling the gas, I was able to get the gas on credit, and my parents still did not know that I was playing bets. I used that money, and everything just like kept on going and going and going and going, and like that I got extremely hooked. So I graduated from secondary school, and then I think I won my first 100,000 naira playing bet when I was like done secondary school. And then after some time I won even up to like 500,000. I think at some point I even won up to like 1 million. And then the most miserable part of the story was when I clocked 18. So first things first, you actually should not be playing bets if you're not up to 18 years of age, right? But I've been playing mine since 14, 15. But because there are no laws, no regulations, no one follows this thing. Even the people in the bet shop, they were all supportive of me playing. So like, oh, this guy knows how to predict. So I was stuck, right? And then I was going to clock 18. I'd won some money on my online sports betting account. It was about 300 or 400,000. I can't remember the exact amount, right? And then I decided to place a bet on it. Maybe they were going to celebrate my birthday for me. So I started playing the bet. And on the day I clocked 18, I lost all of the money in my bet account, like from 400,000 naira down to zero, like 0, 0, 0. I slept so much that day. It was a miserable day. And that's the first time when I knew that I needed to stop this thing. But I couldn't stop. I was hooked. So I got into uni. I still played it for like a few more times. I was trying to withdraw so bad, but I really couldn't, just because I had made some money and I was just thinking maybe this thing would make me rich someday. But then month in, month out, my dad sends me my allowance and I find myself playing bets with the allowance month in, month out. I barely had anything to eat. I was freaking skinny. And this wasn't because they were not taking care of me. It was because I was taking all the money I was getting and using it all to play bets. And this is the same situation with a lot of people. They take their house rent, they take their school fees, they take their food money, they take any money literally that they get, and they go down to play bets with it. There's no sense of responsibility on the part of the people who are going to play the bets, because of course they are expected to be adults, right? And even beyond that, on the part of the betting organization or the government, no one is trying to do anything to restrict or curb people from this social vice that has now become a thing. Almost every single guy out there in Nigeria plays sports betting today. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't play bets. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's the addiction that is the problem. So how exactly did I get rid and stop playing sports betting? So the first thing I started doing was I let people around me know that I was actually addicted to sport betting, and I was comfortable with them knowing. So I let them know, I was telling them that I needed help, and then they would always like just let me know whenever I wanted to like cross the line and call me back and like, oh guy, you shouldn't go this way. And then I stopped keeping my allowance with myself. I started saving my allowance with my friends, so that way I didn't have control over my money anymore and I couldn't make like those reckless decisions. So if I needed to spend, I needed to like get consent, and then even if I was going to misbehave, I was going to like get called back. And then what I've discovered is that most people who get addicted to sports betting get into that trap because they're actually bored and they don't have anything productive to do with their lives. And sometimes, of course, there's the part where poverty plays a massive role in all of these things, right? But on the other hand, it's more like the idle hand is the devil's workshop, right? So that's how it works out. When I started getting my hands on things, like I really got busy, I started doing research, I started doing a bit of entrepreneurship, I started putting things together, I actually started getting my mind off it, and this really helped me withdraw from this sports betting thing. And after some years, I found myself that I stopped playing it, I'd grown, I stopped playing, and I've never gone back to it, right? So, and don't get me wrong, like I said, there are a lot of busy and rich people out there, so it's not really about the success part, like I said earlier, that gamble and play sports betting. Sports betting is a form of entertainment and there's no big deal around that, right? So, and you would see a lot of people even play casinos, pokers. As long as you know that it's entertainment and you're making an informed decision, it is perfectly okay to throw some money around and play with it, right? But where the problem happens is you taking out the rent, the money for your next meal, the money for your school fees, the money for that important milestone in your life, and using it to actually play bets. It will ruin you. It most likely has ruined you already, but it will continue to ruin you. And if you are addicted, it is difficult to get out of it. Just like every other addiction, the only way to get out of it is actually to seek help. You can't solve the problem by just keeping to yourself. It's that crazy. It's that difficult. So all you need to do today is seek help, talk to someone, let them know you're addicted, and then if you can drop a plan with them that would help you withdraw from it. And also you want to control your finances as much as possible. So let people know, like those people that you're talking to, let them know, oh, this is how much I make. So that way they can keep check with you and ensure that you're not going over budget and you're not actually running yourself and your family to the ground because of your reckless addiction. And like I said, I got over mine. Anyone can get over theirs. It only takes being intentional. I know you're not happy about the state you're in. Being addicted to sports betting is not that fun. Like, you keep losing money, open and open and open. Hope is not a plan. You most likely would never get rich doing it. So why do you want to continue? Quit and get something doing with your life, right? So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment the part that you find most insightful, and I will be making more videos like this in the future. So talk to you in the next video. Bye.